Recording in. So, hi everyone, welcome to the call and to the launch of the SEBI RA course. I hope you guys are able to see my screen. So, some of you are enrolled in the SEBI NISM 15th course already. The research analyst course is going to be launched later next month. And this is a launch session just to give you an idea of what exactly that course will entail. So, first of all, a brief introduction about me. My name is Pranshumaan Singh. I am an investment banker by profession. I have about 10 years of experience in corporate finance and investment banking. I've advised on mergers and acquisitions of more than $10 billion across industries, mainly in telecom, media, and technology. I've worked in India, in UAE, as well as the UK. And currently, I am helping professionals in becoming SEBI-registered professionals. So I teach courses in registered investment advisor, which is an ISM 50, 10th, which some of you are already aware of. And also, I'm just going to launch a course in SEBI registered research analysts. So, that is a brief introduction about me. If there is any questions that you have or you want to get in touch with me, please feel free to email me at the email address given at the bottom of this page. So, first of all, I want to give you an introduction of what a research analyst exactly does. So, before you get into that, I want to show a research report of what an equity research report looks like. Just as an example, I'm going to show you a report that you will get some sense of what exactly a research analyst entails. So anytime an institutional investor or even a retail investor is looking to invest in a stock, they rely on something known as equity research or broker research. And a research analyst is somebody who writes this research. Now, we look at this example for example. This is a research report on Zomato issued on 4th February 2025. Now, this is issued by an institution, which is, I think, HDFC. And these are the analysts who have issued this report. So you can see the names and the contact details of these analysts here. So what does a general research report looks like? So essentially, it is a recommendation to either buy, sell, or hold a stock. So here it says reduce, which essentially means sell. This research report is suggesting to the clients to sell their position in Zomato. And there are some other details about the stock here as well. For example, what is the promoter holdings, what is the 6 month high, and so on and so forth. And we can also see some general information about the stock. So there is a thesis behind any buy or sell recommendation. And the research report essentially is an explanation of that thesis. So based on their analysis, what they are suggesting is that regarding the Zomato stock, they believe that the safest way to play this quick commerce space is to focus on Blinkit. They feel that most of the value is going to come via Blinkit. However, they feel that the price of the stock is very, very high right now. It is overvalued, and therefore the recommendation is to reduce or sell the stock. So that's the idea behind any research report. And essentially that's what the job of a research analyst what it entails, right? So if somebody wants to become a research analyst, they can actually prepare recommendations, buy, sell, hold recommendations and reports like this, and sell it to their clients on a subscription basis. That is the very simplified summary of what a research analyst profession looks like. Who is this for? Well, till about 1 year back or even 6 months back, it used to be a very restricted profession because there were very high entry barriers. You had to have 5 years of experience. You had to have a postgraduate diploma or postgraduate degree. But now SEBI has relaxed the requirements. So you can become either a full-time research analyst or a part-time research analyst. And you don't need any prior experience or any kind of minimum net worth in order to start this profession. You as an individual, without being a part of any company, without registering any company, as an individual from your home, you can start this profession. So this is very similar to what a practice is in the sense of a doctor or a lawyer or a CA, except that you can do it remotely, you can do it online, and you can do it entirely on your own. So various different kinds of people can actually become a part of this industry and start their careers. So for example, you can look at some of the examples that I have given here. If you're a student who's graduated and you're looking for career options, then this can be a good career option for you if you're interested in the markets. Similarly, if you're already a professional in some other career, this is something that you can do either full time as a career pivot or part time, as a additional source of income. Also, if you're a business owner and you already have a network of potential customers, for example, let's say you are some kind of a insurance agent or some kind of a mutual fund distributor, this is something that you can consider as an alternate source of income and an alternate business. Of course, you need to have some experience or some background knowledge of the industry. So somebody has written a question that Let me just read it out so that everyone is aware. Somebody is going to question that he has 5 years experience in banking but does not have a finance background degree. Yeah, so that is one challenge, that you need to have a relevant graduation degree. You don't need a post graduation, but you need the relevant graduation degree in finance or accounting or one of the related professions, or an MBA or a CFA or some kind of CA professional qualification. So that is something that is required. So if you're somebody who belongs to these professions, this is a good entry point from a financial career perspective. If you don't have those degrees or diplomas, you can try doing for a distant education course. You can do a postgraduate distant education course that will make you eligible for this. So that's the idea behind the research analyst profession. I hope this clarifies some of the questions that you might have about this profession. Now, what are the advantages, or what are the four key pillars of a RIA career? So first is, it's a licensed profession. So somebody cannot willy-nilly just start a research analyst profession on their own. You need to be licensed, and you need to be registered with SEBI in order to practice as a research analyst. So somebody who's not registered is not legally allowed to give, buy, sell, or hold calls. Now, I request you to hold your questions till the end so that I can complete the presentation and then I'll answer your questions. And second is flexibility. So, like I mentioned, there is no need to become like a registered private limited company. You can do it as an individual, and you can do it on a part-time basis as well. Third is the income factor. You can do it as a as a fixed rate in a subscription model, or you can do it as a some kind of a flat fee model where you have a subscription for different kind of customers. You're sending reports to them on a regular basis, and you're charging them for these recommendations. Main important point to note here is that it's a repeat business. Once you have a good list of customers, you'll be able to charge them repeatedly for your continuous guidance on the markets. And finally, there is a huge potential in this field because there's less than 2000 RIs that are existing in the market, and most of them are actually empaneled with companies, so they are employees of different brokers or banks and other kind of companies. You can start as an independent professional within the circle of clients, or the network of clients that you might already have from your friends, family, colleagues, etc. So that is something that you can do. And since SEBI has relaxed the norms, it has become easier. Earlier, it was very difficult to get licensed because there were net worth requirements and other sort of requirements as well. So moving on, what will we learn in this course? So as you know that I'm launching this NISM 15th and RA course, which will cover most of the requirement that is present for becoming a full-fledged RA. So first of all, obviously you need to pass the NISM 15th exam, and therefore I'll be covering the syllabus in a very simplified way. Some of you who are already registered as a RIA course might be aware of what is the how I teach and how I take classes on the weekends. This will also be a weekend course. I'll take one class on Sunday, one on Saturday, and it will be completed over 9 weekends. Second is the registration process. As I walked you through in the RA classes, I walked you through what the process for registration looks like. Similarly, I'll explain how the registration for NISM as well as for SEBI registration, how these two things happen. And third, I'll help you on the business aspect as well. So how to write reports, how to source clients, and how to charge those clients for your research reports. And finally, there'll be a portfolio program. So I'll help you in creating model portfolios, which you can suggest to your clients and actually charge them for it as a paid service. On obviously, most of you are already in the open Telegram group. There'll be an exclusive Telegram group for people who are part of the course, and they will receive continued guidance even after the course is over. So those are the key offerings as a part of the course. Now, some details of the course itself. The classes will be on weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, 1 hour each, and over 9 weekends, I'll complete this course. The language will be English. It will be very simple. And if you have any questions, I also understand Hindi. If you have any other questions, any doubts that you don't understand in English, you can freely ask me any questions in Hindi also. I'll be happy to explain. Recordings and notes will be provided. As currently in the RAA course, you guys know that I'm already providing the material. Similarly, all the material will be shared. And the sample question or test papers will be provided. So some of you are already participating in the NISM 10th quiz that I upload every day. Similarly, a sample question papers for the RA paper or NISM 15 paper will also be provided. So these are essentially the offerings that are coming as a part of the course. Now, in terms of timeline, I expect that from the time the course is completed, within 3 to 6 months, you'll be able to get your registration. So once you pass NISM 15th and assuming that you are otherwise qualified, you'll be able to register with SEBI within the next 3 to 6 months. And once you're registered, so you're free to start your practice as an advisor, and you can start your business of providing advisory services. You can write reports, you can provide recommendations, and you can start getting fees or getting paid by the clients for your services. How to register? It's a very simple process. The registration link, the form is already on the Telegram group where you have seen the link. If you want, you can just enroll on that form itself. If there is any questions that you have, there is another Telegram group in the same link where you can go and ask the questions. And I'm sure most of you are already connected with me, via email or Telegram. So you're free to feel free to ask all these questions to me on email or Telegram. I'll be happy to answer. So that is the basic, information that I wanted to pass along regarding the introduction to the course. If there is any other questions, then I'll be taking the questions now. I hope you guys found this useful. Please feel free to ask me any questions. And the course starts on 16th of August. So you have about 15 days, more than 15 days from now to sort of get your queries answered, ask any other questions that you might have. And we'll launch the course live classes on 16th of August, every weekend, Saturday 1 hour and Sunday 1 hour. So I hope to see most of you there. And thank you so much for joining. I'll be taking the questions now. So I'll stop the recording and then you can maybe ask your questions. So if you want, you can just raise your hand